Hi, good everyone. I'm here again. I'm Jerome Rex Pitudtud, employee of Delta Earth Moving Incorporation. For this video, I will perform preventive maintenance 100 hours checklist to our equipment so that we can check or see the faulty parts, damage, worn out, and so that we can create a requisition of parts. And it is a part of our RBF, what we call repair before failure. So uh, we conduct this every 100 hours of our equipment so that we can provide equipment to our client with a highly mechanical ability of our equipment. So this is our um, checklist form of our 772G. So it's indicate unit number, SMR, date, time, description of the all parts that we must check. So this is it, our checklist. So first we must get in the cab, but we apply 3-body contact to get in there. So let's go. Also we must connect the disconnection key. This is the disconnection key of all Caterpillar's brand. So let's proceed. So here. So right now we are here in the cab. We must switch on the ignition switch so that we can see the monitor or the SMR. We adjust the steering wheel. So this is the SMR. HT. So right now we have done getting the information, the SMR, the unit number. So as you can see in the monitor, the alarm is the steering here. So before we start the engine, we must check the oil levels or the under chassis components. So let's go to the ground so that we can start checking the under chassis component and the oil levels. So let's try to turn off the ignition switch. So right now we must check the coolant level. This is the window, and this is the set flush of our coolant. So it is a normal level. The filler cap is good, it's intact. The wiper reservoir, so we found that the wiper motor is removed, or no wiper motor installed. So let's input into the checklist or recommendation. Wiper here we have one findings. So let's go to the under engine part. We must right now we must check the engine compartment. So let's check the belts, the components or the accessories of the engine. So let's go. So this is the belt. Check the tension, the wear, the mounting of the alternator, the connection, wire connection, the brake pump, the filters, the leaking, we have here steering bulb. It is minimally. So let's input it into our checklist so that we can replace the worn out hose. And the suspension also, the clearance, the brake system, the rotor, the brake pad, and the guard, it is installed. So, and also the important is to check the mounting bolt of our engine. So this is the mounting bolt, the rubber. It is okay. So start the motor. The wire connection, the oil pan here, no leak found. So let's go to the other side of the engine. So here, the hose connection of the aftercooler, the turbocharger, the exhaust manifold, the exhaust pipe. So we have found no leaks. The oil cooler and the water pump, the whip hole. So also the engine oil filter here, the coolant connection, the hose. This is the what we call this, the coolant lower hose connection. So let's go. So let's check the side of our equipment, the tire treads. So this position number 2 tire is good. The mounting bolt, the stud, the nut is intact. So here, this is our transmission, and this is our torque converter housing. So this hose we found is a minimal leak. The propeller, we found that our propeller is no guard installed, so we must input into our checklist. And the housing of the our transmission, it is good, no leak found. The propeller also, from transmission to our differential, and the mounting box, the flange. So we suggest that it is need to greasing. The A-frame bushing also, check here. You can check here the A-frame bushing. The hoist cylinder, there's no leak. So the chassis, and it is still good. So let's go to the other side. So the tire, it is good. The tire treads of precision 5 and 6. So the final drive, there's no leak found. The stud bolt, the nuts, still good. And also we have here the suspension cylinder, rear side. So the bushing, we must check if there's a crack there. And the upper side of the suspension, the height, it is good. The differential also, the failure plug and the drain plug, and the final drive there is no leak. Here side also. So, and we have here the tire position 3 and 4. It is a minimal worn out of tread. So let's input here to the checklist so that we can request the new tire. So let's go to the other side. I also the rock ejector here. It is installed. So the final drive here. Now we found the stud bolt, the nut. So only tire position 3 and 4. So right now the fuel tank, the filler cap, the level, it is 3/4. The filler cap of our transmission, it is good. We check the dip gauge. So as we can see, the oil is at max level. The transmission filter, the hose connection have no leaks. So in the position number 1 tire, the stud, nut, and the tire condition, the tire tread is good. So let's go to the oil level of the hoist and the steering. We found it in the other side. So we must apply 3 body contact so that we can get there. So right now we are here. The level of steering, it is normal, but the hoist is overfill. So they must recommend it to drain so that it can put into the exact amount of level. So we are here in the other side of the equipment. We check here the filler cap of our engine oil is still good. The dipstick, we must check the oil level of the engine. So as we can see here, the oil level is a max level, so it is good. So the next step is we must start the engine. So let's get inside the cab. So let's install the ignition key to the ignition switch. So as per in our initial checkup, we see that the oil levels are in good level and we have no parts found that it has worn out, damage or fault, but only tire. So let's proceed to start the engine so that we can see the all parameters, the pressure, the oil level, and all lights or aircon system if it is functional. So let's start the engine. Before we practice that before we start the engine, we must horn once. So let's horn once. Then start the engine. Gauges are functional, the reverse cam, and also the air con. So let's check the lights, the headlamp and the tail light. So let's go to the ground. Right now, all headlights are functional. The blinker also functional. The headlights and the fog lights, the hazard. So let's go to the tail light. So the tail lights also functional and the hazard. So we have done checking the headlights, tail lights, the blinker. So let's check the side mirror. The right side mirror and then we must testing the down box if it is functional. So we must down box up. So it is functional, so let's try down box down. We have drive position, our equipment is still not moving because it is indicated here. So as you can see in the lever, the parking brake is the same to the located in the same shift lever. So when you drive, it's automatically disengage the parking brake, but the situation right now, the parking brake is still engaged. So we have found that this equipment is for under repair to fix the parking brake alarm. So let's turn off the aircon and all lights. And turn off the engine. So after this, we need to input here in our checklist and report to our supervisor, then create a service report so that we can repair it and fix the parking brake alarm. So that's all for this video. Thank you.